Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Pisces for the month of November. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. And although I'm making this for November, you could be feeling these energies whenever you view this video. So let's begin. Current situation. Let me see, we have the Three of Wands, the Moon, and the Fool. So somebody took a risk, okay? And they took a decision. And it could have been, I have to say, it could have been an attraction they had to somebody. They could have maybe had an affair. They just would have just jumped in. They didn't even think about it. And in the aftermath of what has happened, they may feel like they could lose everything because of a risk that they took, because of a decision they took that they didn't think about it. They didn't think about the consequences. And maybe they thought they could get away with it. But it looks like they got caught, okay, or they will be getting caught. So this person gets, it's like a sudden realization that they could lose everything for an action that they've taken, for a lie that they told. It's here. Yeah. Yeah, somebody told a lie and they hid it. They did something sneaky behind the scenes with this Page of Swords in reverse. They thought they could get away with it. But it looks like either they have been caught, something comes out of the dark, or they are going to, or are about to. If you suspect maybe, or you may not even, because this can be, with this card, unexpected, something unexpected that comes out of the dark. So something unexpected. You may find out your partner's cheating or cheated or lied to you. And it doesn't have to be an affair. It could be that they lied to you about money, property, security. But whatever it is, it's huge. It's something that you would have found out through gossip or through the grapevine. So either having to do with money, property, material things, home, or it could have been an affair. Like, there's so many of you watching, it will affect you differently. So they did an action and they didn't think about the consequences. It's like something that tempted them and they didn't think about it in the moment. And now, see, I have both the King and the Queen here, but on the positive side of this, they are both in the upright. She may be upset and is not talking to him because she's really flipped her head over the other way. And her sword is up, his sword is up, because they're both guarded. He is probably defensive. And he knows this looks really bad. But there's some new information that brings hope to this situation. She's looking back at the event. She wasn't, it came to her This is something that was not expected at all. So it came at her out of the blue, probably through the grapevine. Either she heard about it, or she found out through a third party way, like if it was financial, she may have heard from the bank, or I don't know, a letter, an email. She would have heard about it some other way. It's something this person was covering up, hiding. And it was just poor judgment here on his part. Going forward, we see that to escape this situation must apply the lessons of the past. And he's really learning a hard lesson here, because he's on the risk of what he did. He risked to lose everything. Going forward, if he can escape this situation, and if she can forgive him, and I believe she will, because although she is very upset and she has every reason to be upset, they are both in the upright. So eventually they will talk. She is really hurting because she had to find something out through another party. That seems, see, gossip only hurts more. Gossip only hurts more. I need more time. I'm hurting. Going forward, he needs to learn from this deception. You see, shining light on the deception. Why did it happen? Going forward, he should take his partner's feelings, opinions into consideration, and should trust. Should not hold back information. Here we're talking about money. We're talking about security up here. If this was an affair, why did he feel the need to step outside of the relationship? It feels like he did something and did regret it. If this was an affair, it was short-lived, and there was immediate regret afterward. And if it was money, property, etc., he thought he was doing the right thing, but it was poor judgment on his part. Looking at the details closely, determined to return this to the state that it was, to overcome the difficulties between them. So we know that they will have this conversation in the future. It's just that right now this person is upset, and it's understandable. She feels very hurt, especially if this was concerning money, the home, security. She would be very hurt that he felt he couldn't come to her, or that he couldn't tell her, or that he couldn't share that information with her. He is preparing to fight for his relationship here, triggers that need to be addressed going forward. Well, and you will recognize this as either being yours or theirs. um, and maybe one or all of these may apply. So the first one is, when I'm not happy with myself, I become inconsiderate to others. I'll be right back. I have to get a drink. Sorry about that. So when I am not happy with myself, I become inconsiderate to others. When my feelings of shame surface, I will avoid everyone close to me, so clearly they were shameful and regretful for what they did. When I don't feel good enough, I will make excuses for everything. So maybe they did want to tell you something here, but just made excuses. Why? Because they felt bad, because they felt shameful. So these things need to be considered and need to be addressed going forward. The deer. Well, the deer speaks to gentleness and diplomacy. It says that you or they, whoever this energy is for, is walking into a time when gentle movements and diplomacy are required, and we see that, of course. There's a need here to remain calm. This is trying to resolve a very tense situation. A need perhaps to think before speaking, choosing one's words carefully. Dealing with people in a sensitive manner without upsetting or offending them. So this card speaks to an upcoming negotiation and an attempt to find a resolution, a peaceful solution. And the deer also says that you must be gentle with yourself as well, for you may be heading into a period where you're unsure of your footing, or just coming out. But here we see that you are just going into a difficult situation or trying to resolve one. Perception. Well, this is a time to slow down, to observe from all angles. It calls for objectivity and a willingness to examine your life, your situation, and others through neutral eyes. This marker brings clarity and asks you to look and wait. Perhaps all you need to do is to relax and put on another pair of glasses. See through your soul instead. And know that things aren't always what they appear to be. Perception is everything. Take no further action until you see how this message applies to your current situation. You know, then once you've shifted your perception, you just might find that this was all that you really needed to do. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.